So we are now on the Legacy Life Flywheel. The first Quantum Leap Accelerator section is an income alignment. Now, this section is of particular importance for those who scored on the Legacy Life quiz between 8 and 30. But having said that, this topic is the foundation for most growth, especially if you're looking to make seven figures, because you can hustle your way to six figures, but seven figures is all about strategy. So here you're going to align your expertise and value to your price. So as Guy Kawasaki says, if you make meaning, you'll make money. And that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, so in order to accomplish the financial goal you seek, gain more freedom, and deliver from your overflow, comes step number one, the need to get clarity. All right, so this is clarity on your financial goals and the signature premium offer and price that will get you there. And for many, that may take a massive mindset shift. Okay. It may take a shift in your beliefs, but I can tell you with complete confidence that these shifts will serve you at the highest level and they will support the mission and your purpose that only you can do. Alrighty. So who here feels they need to get clarity on their signature offer? Put one in the chat. Okay, good. Excellent. Great place to start. Okay, so it becomes how big an impact do you want to make? A tiny tremor or a full-on tectonic shift of the earth? To do this quantum leap style and attract a high quality buyer, we're going to do two things. So the first is to shift you from everyone to an exceptional brand identity. We're going to get you out of the sea of sameness, and then signs that you are stuck in this zone are you're kind of unsure of who you are, you're unmotivated, uninspired, you're lacking creativity in your solutions, and in fact that they look like everybody else's. You're attracting the wrong audience, i.e. they're broke. You're not passionate about what you're doing. You're searching for buyers, answers, solutions. You're exhausted, overwhelmed, flatlined, frustrated, or unfulfilled. And honestly, I know this area well. I've been in it and I've slipped back into it 100 times, right? When you have a 40-year history as an entrepreneur, given that I started my company in 1985 at the age of 19, it's an easy place to keep ending up. So to get out, here's what we got to remember. You're already an expert and an authority, and by pricing your programs to reflect your knowledge and the results that you produce, our next step is to position you as the legacy leader that you are. We're going to put you at the top of the scale where you belong. Nobody said you had to start at the bottom, and nobody said you had to stay there. You don't have to earn your way, pay your dues, put in your time, or claw your way to the top. You can start there. We're in a brand new world where a 22-year-old makeup influencer on social media can make millions of dollars. Okay, so how do we do this? We're going to build an exceptional brand identity. So there are three key components to building your exceptional brand identity. Those are establishing a premium price, powerful packaging, pioneer positioning, with our goal to be attracting and appealing our high quality buyer. All right, so our first key to creating an exceptional brand identity is to have faith in your mission, purpose, expertise, and the transformation you provide someone, and set a premium price that aligns to the value you provide. So our first step to set the premium price is to really take a look at the advantage of numbers. So with this, you're going to start to build your exceptional brand identity. When you set a premium price based on the value and transformation you produce for someone, you will attract your high quality buyer. For example, let's say your goal is to make $100,000 this year. So you can accomplish this by selling 100 people at $1,000, 50 people at $2,000, 20 people at 5,000, 10 people at 10,000, or you can sell one person a $100,000 program. Put in the chat, is it easier to sell and deliver to one person or 100 people? All right, let's look for those. Good, good. Yes, that's right. One person is way easier. I've been in business now 40 years and I have tried it all. I've been every price point that you can imagine. Okay. And it is easier to support and deliver to one person. Now, is anyone here thinking, what the hell? I can barely sell my $10,000, $2,000, $1,000 program. How on earth will I sell $100,000? You're crazy. Put WTH in the chat if that might be a thought you're having, okay? And I get this because it's a thought that I had at one time too. But I'm going to show you in a minute why this is easier than you think. And that I think it's safe to say a high quality buyer is not looking for a $2,500 option to reach their goal of more impact, okay? The reason is they know they can't make an impact with that small a step. And now our real goal though, right, is to make $1 million. So we're going to attract 10 people. And in a minute, I'm going to show you how. Because in the words of Henry Ford, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So if you're going to be right in the belief that you are worth $100,000 even in just this moment. Raise your hand if you are worth it. Come on, everyone, get your hands up. Excellent. Good. Because with a premium price, you get that higher perceived value and quality. It attracts a high quality buyer because wealthy people don't look at Walmart for what they need. It enhances that legacy leader positioning, and it provides you with sustainable business growth, right? 10 people makes you $1 million. That's a game changer. And when you get success stories, you get referrals. And then I'm about to show you how you can add a money-making machine to this. You can be set for the rest of your life. And increases in profit margins. That means there's plenty of room for you to hire help. The only thing you need to do is show up and deliver. So with a premium price, you get an exceptional brand identity. Okie doke. So now you're ready for key number 2 to that exceptional brand identity. That is powerful packaging. I'm about to reveal the most powerful packaging promise for a coaching program that is on the market today and why they will pay you that premium price. Okay. So how we do this is with a perfectly positioned premium priced offer. And that has 3 elements that produce that perfect positioning when putting it together. Okay. The first is to create an exceptional brand identity, one that attracts a high quality buyer, so that you aren't just like everyone else and stuck in that sea of sameness where you satisfy a want, cause, or desire. The second is your proprietary or unique process or program so that you approach and the transformation that you provide and that value is evident. Okay. Most people have an amazing proprietary process. You can get somebody results based on something that you're doing. We just need to add usually add the exceptional brand identity and this next one. The third is that your solution, you need it to be scalable, which means you want to get it to a point where when new clients onboard, there is no additional work from you. And this is the key to reaching 7 figures. Now, most people can create that fantastic proprietary process, and maybe even brand and package it well. It is in the scalability that your success is ultimately unsustainable and why your growth may be limited and you're stuck in the hamster wheel of overwhelm and frustration. All right? Because it's in the dissection of these 3 things that emerges the nirvana of why do a premium price program. You are positioned as a legacy leader. There's high profit margins, fewer sales are needed, and you can afford to bring on team members and tools to help you deliver. Imagine an offer so unique, powerful, and transformative that clients are literally begging to work with you. With powerful packaging, you get differentiation. All right. You're paid on the results you deliver. You only need a handful of clients to create a massive impact, and you're creating fans that refer and recommend. It builds trust and it drives conversions. This is how you will attract your high quality buyer, and it's part of your exceptional brand identity. Okie doke. So I'm going to ask this in the chat. We're going to continue along, but I'd like you to post in the chat because I'm going to have a little discussion after our next session on this. What would be the topic of your 100K offer? Start to tell me, what are you an expert at in the chat? And then we can take a look at how to create your offer from that. Okay, good. Now, next is step 2. Now we need to focus on attracting your high quality buyer. Who are you going to sell to who wants what you have and is ready to pay a premium price for it? And this is the make and break of most businesses. Put a 2 in the chat if you have issues identifying your high quality buyer, your target market, your right fit client, all of the names that have come up historically. Because you're going to love this. This means in order to attract them, you have to be fishing in the right pond. Not doing the spray and pray approach in social media, networking with any group that pops up, attending 100 Zoom calls a week, hoping to bump into somebody you can talk to, cold calling, mass emailing. It's finding that exact person who needs exactly what you solve. That's it. And remember, because we're only dealing with a few people, this isn't as hard as people think. So now if you're saying, though, I've tried to find the right fit client 1,000 times, and you have 1,000 people who have said no to whatever you were offering, it means 2 things. 1, your offer may not have been priced properly. Back to point number 1, clarity on your offer. Or you were pitching to the wrong person, right? And that's the great news because both are fixable. Because here's the important part when it comes to increasing your income. When you have the right offer, you just need to attract the high qualified buyer who has your money, right? Think about it. When a house goes up for sale, they set the price and attract the buyer. When a car goes on the lot, they set the price and attract the buyer. People are looking for a house in that price zone and a car in that price zone. Your high qualified buyer is looking for a program in that price zone. Okay? You have to understand that is just a buying philosophy. So a high qualified buyer is specifically looking for perhaps that 100K offer, right? You just need to meet their expectations with a knock it out of the park offer for that premium price. And this is why the $100,000 attracts the buyer. And then when we do the success share model, they can't believe you're about to partner with them. That shows them masterful confidence in what it is that you do. That is one of the differences. Now, you might be thinking, hey, everyone is in the pond looking for a high quality buyer. Well, here's why they think they are, but they aren't. And maybe you've said things like this yourself, right? I need an audience. Okay. Hey, you can get that in a park on a box. Maybe you're saying things like, I just want to find my right fit client. When you look for this, you are looking in the same drought infested pond as everyone else. Or I need more buyers. You can get those all day long if you keep your prices low enough. Or I need my sales to be consistent. Compared to what? I need to convert better. Okay. For who? And I need my brand to stand out. Putting a worm on the end of a fishing rod is not going to pull in a whale. You need to build an exceptional brand identity your high quality buyer relates to that becomes the direct line to who you will attract. You will emanate and resonate at that frequency. And even more important is to understand what is a high quality buyer. a high quality buyer is a prospect who directly aligns with the premium nature of your offerings, demonstrating strong purchasing potential and brand connection. When you know what you are really looking for, you can find them. So, how do you find your high quality buyer, right? You need to know what they're looking for. So, first off, they are seeking solutions that save time, improve life, and add value. Notice they aren't necessarily solving a typical problem or pain. They also like to support a cause or feed a desire. They prefer high quality products and services over alternatives, no matter the price, right? They buy the best and expect the best, paying for results and getting that big promise. They look for confident, competent leaders, right? And they are attracted to exceptional people and brands that stand out. They're looking for an exceptional brand identity they can relate to, connect with, and are attracted to. When a woman wants Gucci, she's not even going to settle for Coach. Okay? She will pay anything to have Gucci because a high quality buyer wants what they want. Agreed? Okay. So here's the thing. You want to start, you're going to create that exceptional brand identity. And when you do this, you become a legacy leader and attract your high quality buyer. So an exceptional brand identity is on a mission, on purpose, they're motivated, inspiring, visible, passionate, creative, aligned, influential, philanthropic, creating an impact, right? So, who else has some of these qualities? You want to start to think about people like Oprah, Elon Musk, Taylor Swift, Brené Brown. These are just a few. We could come up with lists and lists of people that have established themselves as an exceptional brand identity. So, when it comes to your exceptional brand identity, we're starting by aligning your purpose, okay, to your purpose driven goals to attract your high qualified buyer through your core mission and messaging. At this stage, your brand isn't about colors, fonts, and websites, okay? That can be part of it later when you're doing a brand expansion. But to validate your new offer in 30 days or less, these elements will be the exclusive focus to begin with. And then you will position yourself as the best in your field, okay? And the fastest way to get started is with your legacy life mission message. But before we do that, we have to get your mindset around what are you the best in your field at. We got to get that attitude identified. And you do this by creating an exceptional brand identity of one. This status lets you set your own pricing. You own the attitude. You are the best in the world at what you do, and you're confident on what you can deliver. When you step into your unique genius, align with your purpose, you can create that exceptional presence in your field. You don't compete, you lead. So in 1906, Rolls-Royce became the most luxurious car in the world. And over time, the saying became, this is the Rolls-Royce of, right? Meaning the best of the best, premium quality, premium pricing. So what are you the Rolls-Royce of? Okay. When you do this right, you embody the brand status, prestige, and reputation of the Rolls-Royce in your field. You adopt a best-in-class attitude for what you do. This is where faith, belief, confidence, and competence will come into play. Notice I didn't say you needed a ton of followers, you need a big email list, or fancy websites, funnels, lead magnets. You just need you. I remember the day I bought this Rolls-Royce. I had wanted this since I was 21. When you buy a Rolls-Royce, they don't tell you the price. They ask you, which property are you buying this for? That is a pre-qualifying question that your brand will have too. Then they have you pick the color, the features. And what I remember most is I sat in the back seat and it was like first class airlines in the olden days. Massive legroom, a tray that lowered so you can have your lunch on it, put your laptop on it. To me, this car is what limos would like to be, right? And the best part, other than when I test drove it, I've never driven it. I get driven so I can do whatever I want when I'm in it, right? I even had Jay Leno approach me and comment on it because he is such a car buff. And yes, this was actually during COVID. When we lived in California, lived not far from Jay Leno, the Kardashians, and Wayne Gretzky. So it's an experience automobile. And that is what your brand and program will be, an experience. So Steve Jobs built a $3.49 trillion company. So I think he knew that you have to go against what everyone else is doing if you want to make a difference. He said the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Say crazy in the chat if you are my game changers. Excellent. Good, good. It's really good to know that I'm not alone because what we are about to do is different. So Steve Jobs focused on creating high-value, transformative products. He created loyal consumers who lined up for weeks to get a new phone, and he emphasized quality, innovation, and user experience. This is what we're about to do in the coaching industry. This can generate greater revenue, but also attracts a more dedicated and results-focused buyer that is engaged. I think you'll agree he was a pioneer. Which brings us to the third key to an exceptional brand identity. In today's crowded coaching and expert space, the difference between blending in and standing out as an industry leader comes down to one thing: pioneer positioning. Being a pioneer means you're first to market or first to innovate in a way others haven't, giving you a massive competitive advantage. So pioneer positioning is an exceptional brand identity. It is the difference between blending in and standing out as a legacy leader. It comes down to creating that unique results-oriented specialty. A success share offer removes the risk and creates that win-win, proving confidence and eliminating objections. It's about demonstrating a high-value transformation that's so powerful, there is no direct competition and puts you in a category of one. It produces a massive competitive advantage others will duplicate, but by then you will have established yourself as the trusted legacy leader. You're living a legacy life, and this is a revolutionary strategy that separates dreamers from true game changers. Even better, in a minute, I'm going to show you how pioneer positioning makes marketing easy. So, what do we do about the competition? The answer is when you establish an exceptional brand identity and you are a pioneer, you do nothing. They exist to make you look good. You are your only competition. Doesn't that make life easier? Now, with a pioneer position, you get increased brand recognition and loyalty. You get the ability to command premium pricing. You get greater market influence and authority, and you get enhanced customer trust and perception, right? And it creates an exceptional brand identity. So are you seeing how they all feed each other? And when done like this, produce the perfect point across all the key strategies.